Yo, what's good? It's your boy Magnificent, a Magnificent ENT. Stand up. Welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel. I'm glad to have you here. Today what we're going to do is go over a new MPC expansion from Akai Professional and Marco Polo, the Pad Thai MPC expansion pack. So we're going to go over that. We're going to listen to some of the samples they got there. We're also going to go over a beat that I made using some of the drums and the samples on there. Also, shout out to this guy named Cashmere Brown. I chose some samples, some rare samples that he chopped together and made the BPM out for everybody. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. I'll be doing these videos each week. I just want to put my 2 cents on it, you know, because it's a good expansion, and to be honest with you, it's one of the best sounding expansions from Akai, other than the A-Rap music drums and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Go up to the MPC screen. And what we're going to do is go straight to the MPC, and we're going to load up some of the sample sounds. And you're going to see why I say this is some of the best sounding drums. Now, if you don't know who Marco Polo is, Marco Polo, my dog won't hush. Marco Polo is a boom bap producer from New York who makes some good beats. He's also an MPC head, like many of us who use the MPC. Now, I think he uses the MPC 2000 XL like Pete Rock does. You know, so I'm definitely keen to him. I watched him make a beat on Mass Appeal, and I was like interested with his beats for a while. But if you didn't know anything about me, I started off as a boom bap producer, making sample beats, sample bass, and I had to be honest with you. By looking at some of these YouTuber videos on the drums, I said to myself, when payday comes, man, I had to cop it. I had to get it, man. Here's just some of the sounds, and let me make sure the levels are good. Let's listen to some of the sounds. If you're a boom bap producer, you love that. If you're an old head, you love that. Yeah. Woo. See, the drum patterns are good. The sounds of the drums are not generic. Sometimes if you have some of the like other like if you buy the MPC Live or MPC-X, and the stock sounds that come with it, it's a little cheesy, you know. You have to spend money on some right sounds, and these expansion packs are coming good, especially this one from Marco Polo. Let's try something else. Very evil. Very evil. This right here is my favorite. So very filled drums, and that's the sound of Marco Polo. His drums are what makes his beats some of the times, and most of the times, and you hear that in his beats. So with that being said, let's go ahead and load a beat that I've done with the pack. We're gonna load it up, and I'll choose the 82 BPM pack. I can't find it on here, but I use the drums. And by the way, it says the time correct on, but I turn the time correct off for these. Usually I don't use time correct on any of my drums. I play to the click, but I don't use it because boom bap, trying to follow that J Dilla lane, quantize or whatever, and this and that and third. I like it with certain beats. This is one of the beats I like it with. And also, you can always use this MPC swing on the MPC software in your MPCs. It's just equally as good. I might just tighten the drums up and use the swing. But anyway, let's listen to the drums as I break it down. You hear that little stutter kick that come before it? If you don't know what that is, that's what you call a ghost kick. It go do that, do that. That little stutter, that's a ghost kick. Old school people. One of my friends taught me that. And the sample I chose was not the samples from Pad Thai. Don't get me wrong, Pad Thai has plenty of great samples. I just had a fear that usually people would use them samples up. If I send one of these samples to a beat critique, they're gonna already know what it is, and they're gonna take points off my critique because it's a well-known sample. But the samples on Pad Thai is hot. But I chose to use a sample. A guy named Cashmere Brown I met on Instagram. He sells these sample packs, and these are rare sample packs. And he chop them up and give the BPM out. But this is a sample I chose. Let's see if I can play it. If I can find it.
Just having you need, nothing in life will I feel.
So I chopped that up and I got this. In the drums, I got from the F9 expansion, the sub bass 1. That's what I got for the bass, rather. And so all together, this is what the beat sounds like. So thank you for another episode, joining me on my video on my YouTube channel. This is the Pad Thai expansion from MPC and Akai Professionals and Marco Polo, who's a very keen boom bap producer. Again, new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. If you like what I got going on, donate to my PayPal just to help me out. And if you like any of my beats, if you're a rapper, like any of my beats that I got built up, perhaps on my Sunday's Best Beats or whatever you hear on my channel that's my beats, hit the link on my BeatStar page. You can go right to my beats. So again, this is A Magnificent out.